Hey everyone, welcome to FCRB TV, and today is a bit of a special video because I wasn't going to do one this week until the weekend games, but big news has hit the football world as my former teammate and colleague, friend, Clint Dempsey, the greatest U.S. footballer in history, has said adieu. He has retired from football. He's hung it up after 15 seasons, and I just wanted to pay respects to the greatest U.S. soccer player ever. Getting to work alongside him, seeing him work each and every day, seeing what makes him go, what makes him tick, his true hunger and desire for the game is phenomenal. And I just want to say, thank you to him. He's been a great role model for, young American footballers, I'd say, and hey, some young footballers in the world. I just want to, kind of like just go over his career as to why I believe he's the greatest ever, because he has accomplished some things in his 15 years that no other U.S. footballer has ever been able to do. Field player, that is, if Tim Howard is watching. I believe he's absolutely the greatest ever, it's a sad day for football because I can't believe this day has come. It just never, you don't think about it. You know what I mean? It's just like he's like, oh, that's Clint. He's gonna play forever, but nobody plays forever. So today he has said goodbye. Yeah, he's just a phenomenal footballer, and I would say that. For all the young footballers who may stumble upon this video, or parents of young footballers, Clint Dempsey is the real deal. He is the real role model. The amount of hard work that he put into his career, how he took himself across the pond to play at the highest level against the best players, and he succeeded. That's what we need more young Americans to do, and they have to have the mindset of a Clint Dempsey. They've got to want to emulate what he has done. I know a lot of young footballers, young American footballers now, are in love with Christian Pulisic, and that is fantastic. He's a young starlet, young star, young player who is going to achieve great things. But I tell you what, he's doing it right now as well, because he's in Europe. He's doing well there. But he's got a long ways to go to catch Clint Dempsey. And what Clint has been able to do in his 15-year career, I don't think any field, I believe no other field player in U.S. history has been able to go over to Europe and do what Clint has done. Clint has scored 57 goals in Europe at the club level between Fulham, Tottenham, and Fulham and Tottenham. That's quite remarkable. I don't believe Brian McBride was able to do that, even though he had a great career as well. And we know Donovan didn't do it. And Pulisic's got a long way to go if he's going to catch up to that. And Pulisic's a different type of player, so he may not, score as many goals, but he still have a great career as well. But Clint was phenomenal because, listen, Clint showed a certain level of mental strength that some players just don't have, to be able to be away from your family, to go into foreign land and prove your worth in a profession that where you come from, you're not really highly regarded, you're not rated highly, you're not really thought of. So to go there and to do what he did for the time that he was able to do it, and and coming back to MLS, it was a walk. He was always dominant in the MLS. So to go to Europe and to aid Fulham in reaching the Europa League final, beating the likes of Juventus along the way, is absolutely phenomenal. The man also helped to keep Fulham up one year. On the last day, he scores the goal against Pepe Reina when he was still at Liverpool to keep Fulham up. These are milestones. These are things that just are etched in stone. You know what I'm saying? And very few other Americans were able to do things of this magnitude. That's why for me he's the GOAT. You know what I mean? And we haven't even talked about his prowess in front of goal, wearing the Stars and Stripes, playing for the United States. He was phenomenal in 2014 World Cup in Brazil, and he had a coming out party in 2006 in Germany, where we didn't really have a great tournament, but he was the brightest spot for the U.S. national team. So, and then he had another good tournament in 2010 as well. So this guy is just phenomenal. Phenomenal. He works so hard, and he tells you himself he's got a little bit of a chip on it. He played with a bit of a chip on his shoulder to always having to prove his worth. And I feel like athletes today, young athletes coming up, you've got to develop that. You've got to want to prove your worth, show your value each and every time out. No matter where you play, show that you've got the goods, because you never know who's watching. And that's how Clint always went about his business. And, just wanting to pay respect to him, to score, 57 goals internationally. He's the tied for the all-time leading scorer on the U.S. national team. Scored 57 goals at the club level in Europe between, as I said, Tottenham and Fulham. That's phenomenal. I had a guy today, quite challenge my statement on Facebook because I said that I felt like I believe that Clint is the U.S.'s greatest footballer ever. He said, no, he cannot be, blah, 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 blah. He tried to blame USA not qualifying for Russia 2018 on Clint. And I'm like, dude, for you to try to blame the failure to qualify on one player shows that you're no better than Bruce Arena, because it was a federation's failure, not just one player. That's a joke. And besides, he didn't do anything wrong anyway. So don't know what you're talking about, buddy. Don't know what you're talking about. The guy has had a great career, and it's just it's like, wow, it's all over. It's all over. So I just want to say, well done, well played, Clint. You were phenomenal. You silenced a lot of critics. And keep it 100, Clint. Remember when we were in New England together, I told you, man, you're about to be the man. And you were like, nah, man, I got a long way to go. They got X, Y, and Z in front of me. Da, da, da. I was like, listen, don't worry about them dudes. You're coming, and you're about to take USA to another level. All right, you're gonna get people around the world to respect U.S. football, and I think you've done that, man. You've done that, and those guys that were quote unquote in front of you, they're gone now. They've been gone. So great career, dude. Fantastic work. I'm happy for you. You've they can't mess with you, man, because seriously, what you've done is lights out. Nobody can touch you, dude. Nobody can touch you. It's fact. It's all there to see. To be able to go to Europe and to fend for yourself and to achieve what you did as a field player. Tim, goalkeepers are a different breed. You know that. And what you did too, when you retire, we're going to talk about you too. But right now we're talking about Clint. And Clint, what he did as a field player, it's unmatched, bro. It's unmatched. Nobody else was able to have that longevity, have that amount of success. Like I said before, my man was scoring goals at the city of Manchester Stadium. That was before they changed to the Etihad. He was banging G's against all these teams, man. Unbelievable. He was playing so well at Fulham that Tottenham came in for him, and Liverpool was another club that was trying to get him as well. I think even Roma was interested as well at the time too. So this guy has done a lot of great work for U.S. soccer to represent the red, white, and blue across the pond. Just a great player. And you know what else? What makes him so special is that he can play the 9, he can play the 10, he can play the 7 or the 11. He's a guy who has what Clint is as a footballer is He's the X factor. You say, yes, I've got my 10 players here, then I've got Clint. And when you say you've got Clint, it's like he's going to be that one that one guy that's going to make a difference. When you're a manager and you know you've got a player like that in your ranks, you're like, you know what? He's my wild card. You know, he's my guy who's gonna when the chips are down, he's gonna provide something special. Scoring fantastic goals in the Copa America Centenario that was here in the United States. I mean, I tell you what, you look at people like Ibrahimovic, Luis Suarez, Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi. Who else has it? I want to name somebody else who I think has got that juice. I'm trying to, go through and think of another player who's of that make. You know who else had it too? I'm going way back. I'm going way back. Well, when I say way back, a lot of you guys probably won't. You young bloods won't know who I'm talking about. But Edmundo that played for Vasco da Gama, played for Brazil in 1998 and I don't think he made the 94 squad, but he played in 1998. He was a striker, played for Fiorentina. Edmundo, that edge, that hunger. Clint is just like all those guys. Those guys who, seriously, if a center-back isn't brave enough, these players that I've mentioned, they can instill fear in you. And that's what Clint had. Clint is that player, Clint is that attacker that can instill fear in a defense that isn't up to it. And those defenders who are not afraid, then it's going to be a battle. Because even though they're good defenders, hey, Clint might still get you, because that's how good he was. So I tell you what, man, the guy is absolutely phenomenal. Hats off to him. Great career, 15-year career. A lot of great goals, a lot of silky smooth plays that he's made for both club and country. Just an absolutely fantastic player. And, it's going to be a while before we have another Clint Dempsey-esque player in the States again, I would say, because a player like that doesn't come around every day. He's a special one, and we're going to miss him. So, Clint, enjoy your family, bruh. Enjoy not having to wake up and go do the beep test or any fitness. You get to chill out. And, yeah, man, do your thing, man. Congratulations. Great career, dude. You guys let me know what you think of Clint's career. Comments at the bottom. If you think somebody is better, let's argue about it, because you're not going to win. And we'll go from there. Yeah, but till the weekend, folks. All right, FCRB TV. Ciao.